Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Shikha Prasad, lecturer of economics from the Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. Today we are going to learn in this video about the supply analysis. Now let's start the topic with the concept of supply. Concept of total output, stock and supply. So, in the supply analysis, we first explain you about the concept of total supply, stock and supply. It means what is the difference between the total output, stock and supply. So, let's start with the total output. Output is produced in the process of production. Total output can be defined as the sum total of the quantities of the commodity produced at a given period of time in the economy. Production leads to consumption. In the process of production, inputs are converted into output or final good. Simply, the meaning of total output is the total amount of good produced in the economy. Now, the second term is your stock. Stock is the total quantity of commodity available for sale with the seller at a particular point of time. It means during a particular part of time, whatever the quantity produced by the producer and it is available with the seller is called stock of supply. It is the source of supply. It is a potential supply. By increasing production, stock can be increased. Without stock, supply is not possible. Normally, stock expresses supply and it is fixed and inelastic. Normally, the stock of production is fixed and it is inelastic. In case of perishable goods such as milk, fish, etc., stock may be equal to supply. Okay, because in perishable goods, the goods are used for a particular period of time. So, in the perishable goods, the stock may be equal to the supply. On the other hand, for durable goods such as furniture, garments, etc., stock can be exceed the supply because producer sell a particular amount of their stock in the market and they sell the whole stock whenever they get the maximum price for their good. Now, the next term is your supply. Now, what is supply? Supply is a relative term. It is always expressed in relation to price, time and quantity. Always the stock, the concept of stock, whenever it is expressed in term of price, time and quantity, then it become supply. So it is a relative term. It always in relation to price and time and quantity it can be expressed. Now, meaning of supply. The word supply implies the various quantities of a commodity offered for sale by producers during a given period of time at a given price. It is related to time and price. Now, the word supply implies the various quantities which a producer is able to sell at a different possible prices is called a supply during a given period of time at a given price. It is related to always time and place. Now, next move to the definition of supply. According to Paul Samuelson, supply refers to the relation between market price and the amount of good that producers are willing to supply. Samuelson explained that supply always refers in relation between market price and the amount of good that producers are willing to supply at the available price. Supply refers to the quantity of commodity that a seller is willing and able to offer for sale at a given price during a certain period of time, in which it means that at a given period of time what amount of stock a seller is ready to sell at a current market price. For example, a farmer total output of rice is 4000 kg. This is the total stock. If the price is rupees 40 per kg, he offers 1000 kg for sale. This is the actual supply. Now, let's move to the supply schedule. Simply, we have learned about schedule in the demand section, where it is a tabular presentation of functional relationship between demand and price. So in supply schedule, we also learn a tabular representation of functional relationship between price and quantity supplied of a commodity. There are two types of schedule: individual supply schedule of an individual seller and market supply schedule of numbers of sellers in a market. Individual supply schedule is a tabular representation of various quantities of a commodity that a producer is willing to sell at a various price. It means at a various price only. It is the tabular presentation of a single producer that willing to sell at different price level whatever the quantity he is willing to sell. Now, market supply schedule is a tabular representation of various quantities of a commodity which all producers are prepared to sell at a different price at given period of time. It means in a given period of time, if there are more than one seller, like seller A, seller B and seller C, as it is mentioned in the table, that seller A, seller B and seller C is ready to sell 100 units, 200 units and 300 units respectively at price rupees 10. When we add all the amount of quantity supplied by all the sellers, then we got at 10 rupees the market supply is 600 units. It is explained that when we add all the supply of different seller, we got the market supply supply schedule. Supply analysis. Again, we move to the supply curve. As we know that supply schedule is a functional relationship between price and quantity supplied. So if we explain and express that tabular presentation in the form of a graph, then it becomes a supply curve. It is a graphical presentation of supply schedule. So it is also of two types: individual supply curve and market supply curve. Individual supply curve is a graphical presentation of individual supply schedule. So if we draw a graph showing the individual supply schedule in a graphical presentation, then it is called individual supply curve. Market supply curve, it is a graphical presentation of market supply schedule. So we can see in the figure that at 10 rupees per unit, A, B and C, all the three producers, if we add all the supply of all the three producers, we got that there are 600 units are sold at rupees 10. So market supply schedule show the total amount of quantity sold in the market by all the producers. So it is 600 unit at price rupees 10. So at 20 rupees it is 900 units, 30 rupees it is 1200 units, as so. So when we add all those points, we got the supply curve, and it is upward sloping from left to right. It is the shape of the market supply curve, and also the individual supply curve also goes upward from left to right. Now, today in this video, we have already explained you about the supply analysis, difference between total output, stock and supply, and the definition of supply with the individual and market supply schedule and individual and market supply curve. So thank you for watching my video. Thanks again.